Of course you've guessed, we are back in Park Wood in Coventry, United Kingdom, and we're having our daily constitutional permitted exercise. But now look at these bluebells, how different they look now. Ragged, and they've got seed pods ready for the birds to go and spread them everywhere. And so now we move into another phase. The bluebells are gone. I'm sure there will be some. Yeah, there's one or two that don't look too bad, but overall they're starting to die off, and we, as I say, we're moving to a new phase. What will it be next? We've watched the leaves come out gradually and making a most wonderful canopy, and we've watched the bluebells come, and still we are in the current situation. So how interesting to look back. It will be for me. It'll probably be boring for you because you've already been bored once, but going back and looking at the development of the season. Yes, there's lots of views down here. That, of course, are the flowers on the holly. So, of course, we can watch them turn to berries now, which will be very nice. But this is so lovely. I don't know if you can hear the birds all whistling. It's possible. Well, I've got lots of brownie points today. I've cut the front and the back lawn, and that's still smell some of these bluebells. That's nice. Oh, listen to that blackbird. I may be the Rambeling Rambler, but I can't match that beautiful sound from the bird. We come into the end of these. I better take my last picture. There really won't be many more of them. Now, we used to call that May, but I suppose it's hawthorn, but I can't see any thorns on it, so I'm going to keep calling it May. Well, I may do, but we'll see. And of course, the next thing, of course, will be all these blackberry, the shrubbery here, blackberries, most of them. Some of them will actually have flowers and will. It's difficult for them underneath the canopy, but some of them may have blackberries, but not many under here because they have the flowers, they die off, and then nothing happens because they're underneath the trees. Just look at some of these trees. Look at that. That's a sycamore, and that's an oak. I do like the oaks. My darling's taking pictures of something, so she'll be right with us shortly. So I'm wandering through here. I'm hoping that I won't do many more of these for you, that I'll be able to do some ancient houses and gardens and stuff, because I can imagine it's boring. It'd be nice to look back in history and see those are the days when people couldn't go far, and part of history. But last night we got to bed at nearly 2 o'clock because we were out in the street, everybody distancing a long way apart from each other, and the champagne started when we had a toast to all those lost in the last war at 3 o'clock, and then it sort of went on. We had a 2 minute silence at 11. We all came out again at 3. We had cream teas and cakes. Everybody had cakes, and anyway, we had sandwiches, and of course it got to nearly, we poured the champagne about 3, and it didn't really stop pouring until 10:15 last night when I crept home. And then of course we wanted to see all the VE Day stuff on the television. We wanted to see the Queen's speech, etc, etc. And so off we went again. We sat there, we watched the day's happenings, and which was very interesting. And then, of course, we went to bed, as I say, at nearly 2 o'clock, but it was a grand day, an excuse for a party really. But most people, we actually had somebody up the road got a barbecue out, and we had burgers and sausages out in the road. Somebody else did a chili con carne. That went down a treat. And this has never happened. We've been in our street since 1977. And we moved in at Christmas time, just before Christmas. But the thing is, I just can't believe that all the neighbours were out chit-chatting and playing music, and it was just lovely. They were playing some of the early Glenn Miller stuff, which was good. Now we're going through the woods, everybody's still distanced, and we're all waiting to hear. Look, those aren't too bad, are they? It's not too many of those have seeded. And we're waiting now to, let's go over this side here. We're waiting now to hear what Boris will announce for tomorrow as to what we can do in the future. Hello.
Hello.
So.
He just wants to find the squirrels and say hello.
There's still a carpet there, isn't there? You know, that lovely blue carpet. I'm going to miss these when they're gone. I think it's just the top of them that is blue now. The rest of them, isn't that? I just like that. But no, so it was a late night, and then in the morning now is that a nuthatch on that tree or a tree creeper? Let's see if it goes up or down. No, he's gone. One of them goes up, nuthatch and tree creeper. One goes up and one comes down, and I'm blowed if I can remember which one goes up and which one comes down. But never mind, we won't worry too much about that. Well, as we're coming down this, like an avenue, look at this. We're out in the wilds, but we're coming down an avenue of oak. I think I'm going to call this Oak Avenue. As I was saying, we've been up here since 77 in Coventry, and we have never had anything like the street party we had, the distancing street party yesterday. And so I'm sort of thinking that whatever happens, whatever is negative in life, there is almost always some good comes out of it. It's the biggest tragedies, or if you look for it, there are always good points. And I can see a little squirrel down on the path. I don't know if you saw him there, just making his way across the path. But so there's always good. And who would have thought? And this doesn't take away at all from the sadness of all the loss that there has been. And it's easy to say, as somebody who hasn't lost anybody, although relatives have had it, it's easy to say, but there are things that are positive. And now our street is saying that in the future we will have to do this again, and we'll have to set up a time when we will meet together and have a street party. So I'm sure there will be parties when the current situation is over and done with, so that will be good. But maybe if they do it gently, we could have a party for each phase, which would be even better, wouldn't it? Last night I had a virtual trance rave from Passion, which was good. I did okay. I was on a new thing called Twitch. I hadn't been on it before, and sadly I watched a couple of sets and then I couldn't find the next one, which was a bit sad. So I watched the first one, which I'd missed. But it was good. I watched Mark West, and that was excellent. But most people wouldn't know what I'm talking about, except my trance mates. But I'm going to say goodbye for now. Thank you for watching. It's bye from Parkwood, Coventry, United Kingdom. Thank you for watching. Special thank you to those who have subscribed or are about to subscribe. It's bye from the Rambeling Rambler, Dave, and his darling wife, Irene, here in Coventry. So bye for now.